Some bitch! Some bitch! Some bitch! Some bitch! Some bitch! Some bitch! Some bitch!
I'm pissed. I'm pissed. And I'll tell you why I'm pissed. Right? I want everybody to get in here first, but I'm pissed. There's some things about this game I'm pissed about. And first of all, Bennington, that was on Bennington. On Bennington. On Bennington. You have to stop that. That was an absolute crap stop. I'm not going to blame Scandella as much as everybody else is. My other problem is that play at the end of the game. 5 seconds left. Why not throw it over the boards? It doesn't hurt. I think if there's a penalty in a tie game or a one-goal game that goes beyond the 2 minutes, that the game extends for the penalty. Right? I absolutely think that the game extends until they score or, till the end or they score. Because I do it every single time, and you see it all the time. You see these penalties in the last 10 seconds, 15 seconds of the game. It takes the momentum away from the other team. It really doesn't hurt your team, right? I'm sorry. There's just some stuff there that I don't like at all, man, at all. This was a poor loss. Great game, but a poor loss. No, not a bad penalty by Costin. That saved the goal. That absolutely saved the goal. Bennington was out of position. He was laying on the ice, 10 foot from the goal. No, I think that was good. Campbell made the saves he needed to make. Yeah, absolutely. Right, absolutely. 5 goals should always be enough to goal support for a win, but they got a goal. Now, they didn't they got a goal on the penalty, on the PK, but I'm sorry. I see what you're saying, Tommy, but I would rather, them work for it. No, I'm not going there, Roland. I'm not going there. I think with Husso, we don't even get this close. Yeah, I think he will, and he should. Right? I'm sorry that was on him. Look, this game pissed Ashley and Lance off so bad they don't want to show up. But who's he played? No, he would not. I'm sorry. Oh man, guys, come on, we're smarter than that. Right? We don't go there. We do not go there. We never compare goalies against each other. We don't say that this goalie would have won over that one. We don't go there. Goalies make mistakes. They're humans. It's like everybody else is, right? There were mistakes all over the place, and that's an absolute. He beat the Caps. Okay, other than the Caps, go back a month. He didn't play for a month, right? I'm sorry. I disagree right now. And that Cap was a team win. Right? Was a team win. Oh, I got another one going after me. Is a better goalie right now. But he's struggling, and it's time to start. Man, you guys are just flying. I can't even come up with the comments. Start Husso. I said the same thing when we benched Allen for Bennington in 2019. Yeah, okay. I get it. Toronto's a good team. Bennington made a mistake, and he knew it. Plus, after the Blues took the lead, they backed off. That is a dead on. Once they took that lead, they went into that damn prevent again. Under no circumstances does any goaltender give that goal up. And in that situation, and call themselves top tier. I'm with you. I'm okay with that. The only reason I trade Husso is to end this bull. I'm working on an article about that. He has played through. Not his fault. The only he only gets the scrubs most of the time. The team just plays different in front of Husso right now. Well, Justin, that's actually a good point. They do play a little different in front of him. It sucks to have so many great moments in a game, all squandered on a crappy loss. I agree. I hate the prevent. I do too. I don't know why they go into it. It always fails. Oh, stop with the Husso stuff. would have been called crap goalies if Facebook was around back then. Oh, that's a dead on point, man.
Yeah.
Dead on point. No, first of all, this game is on the goal is on Bennington. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about that.
I'm not denying that.
Okay. But the goal is on Bennington, but the game's not completely on him.
No, it's not.
Right? There was a team. Sloppy. They played sloppy in the third. Even though they got ahead. Once they got ahead, they played sloppy.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. They tried to play the prevent defense.
Yeah, one of my biggest issues, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I think this is the new one. Cadley Shambles, welcome to the show. Sloppy hockey, shy of IOU, sloppy hockey. Scandella should have got it out. Jeff, yes and no. Scandella was gassed though. I think he'd been on the ice like a minute and a half. Mm-hmm. Right there. I mean, there were mistakes. Look, I get there were mistakes all the way around. But Fayetteville, Arkansas. Welcome, Katie. Welcome to the show. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, the host of the BlueNote Fan Report, and my lovely co-host is Ashley Slapshot Jones. She keeps me in line when I get pissed off, which is a lot of times. 24 people. Keep sharing the show out. Let people know about it. Let's get it going. Get it going. Get it going. Get it going.
But I'm sorry, if the team expects to win, they're going to have to take more than 4 shots in a period. And most of those shots came.
They got the goal off Mikkola, and that was it. Right?
Yep.
That was at the end of it. They didn't take any shots and that was all at the end.
Yeah, when they had the extra skater.
Right? One of the things that I have an issue with is a penalty in the last 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. Right? Especially in the last minute. You can go to the last minute. If there's a penalty and you are down or tied in the last minute, that penalty should extend, especially down. If you're down by 1 or more, if it's a major, the penalty should extend until the end of the penalty or you score. Mm-hmm. Right? Because you see it all the time, especially in the last 10 seconds. Right? Lance, I sent you the link, bud. I sent you the link. No, that right there, what he did by throwing it over, he stopped play. He stopped any momentum the Blues had. Mm-hmm. It's an advantage. Okay, he goes off, but it's an advantage to his team. They only have 6 seconds left. Mm-hmm. Right? He stopped the rush. Right? They have to win a set play. It's a 50-50 chance of winning the set play. They take that stuff all the time. That should have been those penalties need to extend. Mm-hmm. Right? He wasn't expecting him to shoot. I don't care. He's still got to stop that. He's still got to stop it, Lance. That's one you should make, not one you shouldn't make. He was square to him.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely square to him.
And I mean, I thought he had it. I was surprised it trickled in underneath him. But it was
it went straight through. It went straight through, hit his skate, and jumped into the net.
But yes, I agree with Lance. It was a fun game to watch. And I mean, we kind of expected this. We were talking about this pregame, that if the Blues were going to lose, it was going to be by like 1 goal. It was going to be
I
close.
said that. And I said if they lost, I wouldn't be upset.
So I'm not upset.
No, but I'm more upset just at the way it played out.
I'm upset with the third period because, again, 4 shots and 3 of them come when you pull Bennington and have an extra attacker. You wait until the last 2 minutes to take some shots.
Yeah,
you can't win a game that way.
That's a team loss. That's a team loss.
Yeah,
you cannot go into that damn prevent defense. It
not
doesn't
against
work.
Toronto. Not against a good team.
No, especially with Matthews. Mm-hmm. Right? With Austin Matthews. Right there. You can't.
And I mean, it's not just Matthews. Marner's darn good. Tavares is dang good. They have a great team, and they have threats, and you can't play prevent defense.
Steven, you're kind of right on this, right? Mm-hmm. You're kind of right. Oh, they're showing Matthews' goal. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. He was out of position on that Matthews goal.
Yeah, the Matthews goal. That happened in the third period. The first 4 goals, though, I only put like 1 of them on him.
Yeah, no, that Matthews goal, I just saw that. He was, that goal's on his left-hand side, or on his right-hand side, and he's to the left. Mm-hmm. Right, he's out of position on that one. There's no, absolutely no wonder why that goal went in. We really could have used that. Oh yeah, we could. So all that stuff I've been talking about, points percentage and how it's going to bite us in the ass. Yeah, Colorado's playing today, and they're playing Arizona. Arizona played them tough yesterday, but took them to overtime, but lost, and they're losing now. So we're slipping in the standings. Everyone's been happy about our position in the standings when I've been bitching about it. No, we're not as good as we are. We need to win more games. We need to win the games in front of us, and tonight's a big example of that.
I mean, it was a game I expected us to lose, though. I mean, you have to look at our entire first line of the power plays practically out. I just wanted them to play a hard game, and through the first two, I'd say they did. Even though the first was sloppy, the second was strong. Nothing though. The third was nothing, like terrible.
Yeah, no, they got that goal by Mikkola, and just stopped. And that was it. Where they handed the Leafs a penalty, they forgot to call one against the Leafs before that against Kyrou. That's a good point, right? That is a good point. Now, I'm not going to blame the refs for this one. This wasn't on the refs, right?
No, but there were missed calls for the Blues.
There were missed calls on both sides, right? There were, and I saw that. The second period was our only consistent period. You cannot win a 60-minute game with 20 minutes. Great point. I usually give Lance the benefit of knowing more than me but he is giving Bennington a pass on the goal. Just shows he is biased. Just like
he didn't give him a pass on that goal.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. He said that he should have had that one.
He says he wasn't expecting him to shoot.
He gave Bennington.
He did say a goal. He says that a goalie, as you must make that save.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe he didn't give him. Justin Mullins. I haven't seen him in a while. It was still a winnable game, even with the flow. I agree, 1,000. Bennington has to make that save. I mean, this is what separates elite goalies from the average ones. Bennington has been an average ever since the Cup run, and I hate to say it, has caused, because I'm a huge fan, we just got to clean things up as a team and move on.
I agree.
Okay, he's been a average goalie since the bubble, not the Cup run. Go look at his numbers during the 1920 season. They're a lot better than what they are now, right? He was not that guy. He had 3 shutouts. He's had 1 shutout since that 19 season. He had 3 then. He had 5 his first year.
Yeah.
Right? He does need a reset. I agree with that. This is why Campbell is in the All-Star game and Bennington isn't, and that's quite possible.
It is.
Right? I just, this is one of those games that's really, really hard to talk about because, you look at it, and this was a winnable game all the way.
It was a winnable game. And I like the fact that this was a winnable game with the pieces that we had out.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking this as a bad loss. Yes, that last goal, their game-winning goal, has me a little agitated. The effort in the third period has me agitated. But the fact that we faced Toronto, who's in the top of the league, not first, but they're in the top 4 or 5, and we still held our own with 6 crucial pieces out, I'm happy.
No, I see your point. I'm not happy because, again, when you have a team like that down, you have to keep them down, and they didn't.
Yeah, I agree, because they went to that stupid prevent defense that they seem to like to go to when we only have a 1-goal lead. You really can't even play prevent defense anymore at all. You have to keep attacking. You have to keep pressure. Doesn't matter if you're up 6-1 or 6-2. You got to keep the pressure.
Tampa is 3rd in points percentage in the East at .713, and I think they're 4th overall in the league. Right? That's the team we just faced. Right?
You mean Toronto, not Tampa?
Oh yeah, Toronto. Sorry, Toronto. No, Toronto is 4th and 5th in the league. I did say I looked at Tampa, but I meant Toronto. Okay, yeah, Toronto's at 708, but I don't know if they've counted tonight's win or not. Where are their points? Yeah, they counted it because they got 51. So, and then right now Colorado's winning. The Blues are slipping, and they're going to end up in the wild card spot. Right? They're going to end up in the wild card spot. Well, Minnesota's in the wild card spot, but Minnesota's got just a tad bit better points percentage than us. And that's concerning me that these teams are so tight together, and you're not winning the game that you got to win. And Bennington, let's see, where are we at? So I'm lost here. I feel like we're going to talk about win percentage, and that's the bottom line in the standings. Shouldn't the bottom line for goaltending be save percentage? Just saying.
No, because it's not encompassing all that's going on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hockey is a team sport, so you can't just look at one stat.
It's just like pitchers with baseball. A pitcher might lose 20 games, but he only allowed one run in each game, but his team didn't score a run in those 20 losses. Who's at fault there? Him for giving up the one run, or his team for not scoring? Mm-hmm. It says 20 losses, but then you look at the 1.0 ERA and you go, huh? Yeah. So but with the goals let in tonight, when you have two teams like this, they're going to score on each other.
Yeah.
They're going to find ways to score.
Players are paid to score. Yeah. Goaltenders are paid to stop it. But when you get two talented teams, they're going to score. And it's going to be a duel on who can make that save they're not supposed to. And tonight, Bennington didn't, and their goalie did.
Well, Sam, you let in 5 goals you shouldn't win. Mm-hmm. Right? So, at what point? That goes both ways. Right? Mm-hmm. You look today, yesterday, Columbus beat somebody, or 2 days ago, 6-1. 6-0. It was just, Carolina beat Carolina 6-0. Today they got trounced 9-1 or 9-0. It really doesn't matter. Man, see, I'm going Nah, Chris, that's not a true statement either.
Yeah, we weren't having a litmus test today. Again, 6 crucial pieces out. We were just trying to keep it close. Hopefully go to overtime.
Well, I disagree there. I think it was a litmus game. Right?
I don't.
Because
not at all.
You got two teams. You got 2 teams sitting at 49 points. Top teams in the league playing each other. It is a litmus test. And while you want to say I don't want to say we passed it. We came out with a neutral result, right? Even though we lost, because we played with them, right? We got behind, we came back. We got behind, we came back. We played with them.
I agree with you, Sam.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. There's a lot of stuff that you can take from this. Mm-hmm. And Brad Pond, thank you for giving us the sad face. We appreciate that. Like maybe a solid C grade. Nah. Yeah. Well.
No, I give today's effort a D.
A D?
A straight up D. You cannot play a mediocre first period, an excellent second period, and not show up at all in the third and expect to win.
Yeah,
it's a D.
I can see that.
And I'm usually the one that gives a high score.
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually thinking closer to a B minus.
No, it was a total D.
And again, when you're looking at me going, guys, they lost 6-5. How can you give them a B minus? I give them a B minus because I look at what it was. First of all, you got the guys out. You keep bringing up the guys we had out. Well, with the guys we had out, we won 6-5.
I agree with Stephen Glass right here. Yeah. Second period gets an A. The rest of the game is a D.
Second period was dead on. Look at what we are now. We're plus 23. Mm-hmm. We scored what? 3 goals, 4 goals, 4 goals, and 3 goals. 3 goals in that third period and gave up our second period and gave up 1.
Yeah.
So we got 2 more. So plus 23.
But you cannot play a game and only show up in the second period and expect to win.
That's true. That's true. You can beat Toronto with 6 players out. You cannot beat Toronto. I give them a B. Well, they damn near did beat Toronto with 6 players out. Right? And that's what I'm looking at. I give the Blues a 79. You say a D, Ashley, but crikey, where was the D, 40-plus shots given?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There was no defensive play. Even when they went into a prevent defense, the only defensemen that seemed to show up tonight were Scandella and Mikkola.
Right.
Where was Falk? Turning over pucks.
Well, Falk turned over 1 puck.
It was still a crucial puck.
Yeah, again, but you're harping 1 mistake,
But again, I'm saying the positives in here, even if I give him a D, and you're more negative than I am still. I still see the positives in the game. I do. But it was not a good game.
No,
Yes, I agree. Falk was gassed at the end.
Yeah, well, I said that. I had said that. So, I forget what I was looking for now. Well, they don't have all this. They don't have the right stat pack. I was looking for shots per period. That's what. Or in the third, they were outshot 13-3. That's the game right there. That right there. You've got to equal them up. You've got, and you said that. You did say that. They had 9 giveaways. We had 5. Right? The penalty minutes, we had 8. That last penalty, and I'm not going to fault Costin for that. I'm not. Normally I do. Right? Normally I do. Hey, E, send me a message later. You and me need to get together on something this week. We need to do a video. I got to help you out. There's a better way to do what you're doing, so you're not missing 20 minutes of the show. It shouldn't take. We got to make it so it's not taking you 20 minutes to share this stuff out. Okay. Let's see. So we'll figure that out. I give the BlueNote Fan Report in. You're the only one, bud. You're the only one. Both teams wasted their timeouts. See, I said that. When that timeout, when Lance came in with that, I didn't like that timeout, and the exact reason I like that timeout for what happened at the end of the game. Right?
Well, I mean, after they scored the 6th goal, they kind of got a freebie timeout because they had to fix the net. Yeah,
but still, it wasn't. That wasn't what was needed. It wasn't enough. It wasn't a reset. I want O'Reilly's on, but I don't want to hear him. I didn't do good enough. I didn't do good enough.
I scored 2 goals. You're like the best player on our team tonight, and you didn't do good enough. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it. Right?
Him, Saad.
Reporters are going to stand up and say, dude, we're tired of hearing that. Why don't you say the truth? Right? Both teams wasted.
You already read that one.
Monday will be a test against first place Nashville. Yeah, I think it will. Monday will be, but Monday's an emotional game, and I hate them because we usually do not do good in emotional games. Like I think we lost the Prager retirement.
We did.
I think we lost when he passed.
We did.
Right?
I have a good feeling about Monday, especially with the loss tonight. They're gonna get probably Tarasenko, Parayko, Shen, all of them back on Monday. So I have a good feeling.
Get Perron back too.
Possible. Perron can skate on Sunday if he tests out. He hasn't tested out yet. He doesn't even hit his 5 game until Sunday.
Hey, Kaylee, thank you, and please share us out with your friends. Share the show on your page, man. We do this every game day, and then non-game days we do at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We do the Hockey Fan Report, kind of open things up. Got a special guest coming up sometime in the next week or so. All right, I don't want to mention who it is yet until we have it a little bit more shored up. But oh man, the show we did yesterday with Gio. Oh man, that stuff was amazing.
Oh, it was phenomenal. Aw, thank you.
I will die on a hill. Bennington did fine. You give up 44 shots, 1 goal, and expect to win. No, I see where you're coming, Golf King. I'm okay with that. I've been thinking, and screw it, I'm sticking to my original grade of C. Well, hey, Cody, thank you, man. Share us out. A lot of groups don't like me because they've kicked me out of their groups because I share my show. I want people to have a chance to have this sports open line, and that's a bad thing, right? It's bad to want people to like what you do. I've been told that numerous times, so that's why I'm not in the group. And you know what? I've been thinking a lot of. Why our numbers are down? That's it. That's absolutely why our numbers are down. It has a lot to do with that. Yeah. That there's too many a-holes out there that we don't want you to promote yourself. No, you can't self-promote. No. No one self-promotes. Jim Thomas self-promotes.
Luke Corrick self-promotes.
Luke Corrick self-promotes. Jeremy Rutherford self-promotes. Tom Timmerman self-promotes.
Bernie, I can't pronounce his last name, but he's awesome. He self-promotes.
Yeah. Oh, all of those guys, Federico, they all self-promote. You have to self-promote, right? That you have to self-promote.
I agree. I blame the prevent defense, Golf King.
I blame that the moment we came on with this.
Yep.
Right? You know, I called that out when I seen it, and not trying to be that person, but that's what the show is. We're talking about what we see and what we feel and all of that stuff, right? Patriots are getting butt whipped 33-3. I have a hard time watching football, Chris. I mean, I know you love it, but I have a hard time. Prevent Bull.
Yeah, I don't
all
think
it does
any
is
team should
prevent
do
you
it.
from winning. And you gave up. You really destroyed some really good efforts tonight. Kyrie had a great effort. Thomas had a great effort.
Saad and
Todd had a great
O'Reilly,
effort.
Mikkola.
O'Reilly had a great effort, right? Torpachinko.
Oh, he had
was
some
really
beautiful hits.
Yeah, beautiful hits. In the third, he was probably the only one in the third that I think was really playing.
Mm-hmm. Well, him and Mikkola.
Yeah, Mikkola too. Right? You can't. You score that one, you got to score. Every time you score, the score is 0-0.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter what the score is. You cannot get into a game like that. There was 15 minutes left when you scored that goal. Right? You're not going to beat. Then they gave O'Reilly second star, Matthews third, Marner first. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
And I agree with you, Golf King. Bennington did have a fine effort tonight. There were several saves he did make in the third that I felt he shouldn't have had those.
Yeah,
But
in the third, I counted up until that one. I counted 3 of those shots, 3 saves that he shouldn't have made.
yeah,
That he
so
made,
I mean,
right?
I say that he should have had that last goal that got them the win, but at the same time, I'm not putting the loss on him. You know, you're not really going to hear me complain about goaltending tonight.
Both goaltenders faced a lot of tough hard shots. Both goaltenders. The one thing that's different is the majority of the shots that Campbell let in were from right there in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Right there in the house. The majority of the shots that Bennington let in were from distance.
Mm-hmm.
Right, there were a couple that were like right at the edge of the house. I think Tavares' one was right there. Marner's one was right there. So there were some of those. But other than that, Benner start Monday, yes. Well, you know what? I don't know now. To be honest, I would say yes, but I don't know. Right? I don't know, and that's going to be a hard one. We'll see. We'll see. Right? But we'll see. I don't know what happened. You just dropped out.
Yeah, my computer just went black and then came back.
Oh, okay. Make sure you're still plugged in. You got battery.
Mm-hmm.
Benner start on Monday. I don't know. Originally, I would go yes, but now I'm not sure. Steve says you go right back to Bennington. It's hard for me.
No, I'm saying you got to go right back to Bennington to give him a chance to redeem himself. He's your starter. You trust him. You put him back in. The game was really lost by a bunch of neutral zone turnovers. I mean, it wasn't on. As much as I say that it was on the defense from not being there, we turned the puck over so many times when we were either exiting or right in the neutral zone that you can't put it on the D. You can't put it on Bennington. It was a sloppy team effort on, some unexperienced players, or Sundqvist sticks out too.
Sundqvist, he finally dropped him. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, I was so happy that he did drop him down. Sundqvist on that top line was not going to work.
Oh,
they
no.
ended up putting Saad up there.
Yeah, that's where what it should have been.
Yeah, what we had said in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say no. Husso starts for a few games. I don't know.
You see, you don't get confidence that way.
Yeah,
if you start Husso, you're going to take his confidence and say, "Oh, we don't trust you anymore." To get his confidence back up.
Down. You're not.
No,
you're not sending Bennington. Bennington's not going to the minors. And
no, you're not going to send us
Bennington in the minors. To put him in the minors, you have to waive him, right?
You wave Bennington and Edmonton's going to swoop.
Stays there. Yeah, wave Bennington and see how fast he stays there. Not 3 goals were directly off defensive zone turnovers. That's true.
They might have been defensive zone turnovers, but they were not by defensive players. They were by like Sundquist was the one that went right back into her net. It wasn't necessarily a bad D effort.
Yeah. Will we make the playoffs? You know what? It's going to be a fight. I'll say that. Bennington will redeem himself. Yes. Well, Golf King, it was you that said that Bennington, send Bennington down. Stay away from Bennington, Edmonton. Well, you know what? If you want to send him to the minors, you got to waive him, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Scandella on the look at how long it's been out there. He was gassed. He had nothing left. I mean, he turned that corner and he just went flat down. You want to complain about Scandella, go ahead, but he gave you 110% tonight.
I am not a Scandella fan, and I'm telling you that I'm not blaming it on Scandella.
Right? Absolutely. Let's listen to this.
But overall, they battle our guys. Like, we're pretty depleted tonight. We thought we started, scored first. A little unfortunate first goal we gave up. In the end, we came back. We're down 3-1. They battled back, and we made a game of it. But, overall, our puck play wasn't good enough to, break pucks out and get the puck up 200 feet, get in the offensive zone more.
Craig, how did you see Toronto's sixth goal?
Just, the guy just threw it on net and it went in. That's how I saw it. But before that, we should have had the puck out twice. We didn't. Wall play wasn't very good. Then we have it again and we go behind our net. That puck should be out of the zone.
Man, I'm absolute buttons right now. There we go. Get the puck out of effing zone. Mm-hmm. Right? Absolutely. I'm on board with that. Offensively, did we miss too many golden opportunities? I want to say no. Right? I don't think that you did, because you got a great goaltender back there, and you when you scored 5 goals off an all-star goaltender. Right? Mm-hmm. So look at that. Hey, I didn't say the comment. Somebody else did. So don't sit there and somebody asked the question. And I, so I don't want to kill the guy.
Actually, he has a no trade clause, so probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. No, I just, okay. Sorry, Steve. Sorry, Steve. Man, these are the shows that are the hardest ones to do.
Yeah, they are.
And they're so hard to do. You want to look at these games with the queer eye for the straight guy. Look at them differently. How can I look at it and change what you see and do the type of thing?
Okay, so this is how I'm going to look at it. All right. We had 6 players out on COVID. Most teams have canceled or postponed games when they've gotten that mark, and we still played, and we played well. We could have won this game. I'd still take that as a good point, and just, we're not going to win them all. Some of them are going to make us really mad when we lose them. It's how we answer back, and I think you're going to see a good response on Monday.
Okay. Bob, I hope you don't get mad at me, buddy, and I didn't mean to go off on you like that, and I hope you didn't think I went off on you, but now I understand that you're thinking that, we can put him down and let him, get him away from, do like they did with Allen, give a mental reset, right? But you have. I mean,
I guess we could send him to the taxi squad.
No, we can't. He's a full-on member. He cannot go to the taxi squad. All right. The only thing you can do is put him on IR, mm-hmm. or an upper body. All right, or put him on and give him a couple of days off or something like that. But I don't know.
Give Sam the applause. Hit the button.
I can't even read the comment yet. We're not going to win 82 games. I say that all the time. And the fact that we still in the race with as many games as we played without star players is amazing. I agree with you there. I absolutely agree with you there. We're going to win on Monday at home, man. I hope so. Because you got the Avalanche and the Avalanche. This is a damn good. That's a damn good team.
The Avalanche is a damn good team, and the Preds beat them. But again, we really, I know you want to look at what other people are doing, but we still got a lot of season to go. We need to focus on what we're doing and win as many games as we can, and not even look at what the other teams are doing. Just go out and try to win every game we can.
Steve, that's a thought, but the league would never go with that. If you put a guy on IR or pull him out and put him on IR for an upper body injury of needs a mental reset, and then you say we're going to send him down to the minor league, they're going to call BS on that in a freaking heartbeat.
And I agree.
Heartbeat.
I think that there will be a lot more grit early on Monday.
I can see that. Hey, Shai, are you going to the game Monday? Monday's a huge game for us. 4-point fatty. Yeah, absolutely it is. Right? This was a tough pill to swallow. Absolutely. And that's the thing. It is a tough pill to swallow because we played good enough to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
And don't call Nashville Trashville coming into Monday. Chris, let me explain something to you. Nashville will be Trashville always. Right? I've never been to a game there. And just watching the game on TV, the way their fans react, they've earned that nickname.
Mm-hmm.
They've earned that nickname. And it has many people I've talked to that have gone to games down there, right? They absolutely say they earn it. They say they earn it.
Good, Steven. I'm glad.
Steven makes sure he knows mustard cats.
Mustard cats.
I have no clue. Oh,
he's talking about the color of their jersey. They're the mustard cats.
I gotcha. I can't wait to go to Nashville in March, repping the note. Tommy, I'm telling you, make sure you go with the with the posse and security, because you'll need it. They are not fun at all. I stood tall with pride and wearing her blue too. Well, I hope your blue comes out still being blue. I've had people say, they've had people walk up to them and take a hot dog and just rub it right on the jersey. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've earned that, I say the only reason so many people go to a Nashville game is it's the only place other than a family reunion they can get a date. And not a moment too late. Everyone knows Tommy's packing.
Yeah.
Playing in Nashville has always sucked for the. Yeah, I agree with that. It's not a fun place to play.
Good thing we're playing this game at home.
Yeah, we're playing this game at home, but like Tommy's going down in March to there. Look, you're going to have bad games. You're going to have good games. You're going to have games you should have won that you lost. You're going to have games you lost that you should have won. Mm-hmm. And I get that. Doing what we do, we've got to look at these games with an open eye. We've got to see, and look, I do not in any way, shape, or form want you to ever think that I'm catering to my fan base. I do not want to be that guy, right? And I will address this comment here in just a second. Are you going to do your reaction show? Yes, I am going to do a reaction show from that one. I'm going to come on at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll react to the ceremony, and I'll stay on through the game. I will have a slight delay, maybe 30 seconds or so, maybe a little less, depending on how. Actually, with if I can do it on, since I have center ice, the delay is a lot less than it is with the app. Mm-hmm. It's a lot closer to dead on. So I'll do that. The two buildings I hate the most are in Nashville and Dallas. I've never been to Dallas, but I really want to. I'm going to do it whole game, bud. I'm going to do the reaction whole game. We're on during the intermissions. We're on pregame. What I plan on doing is I'm going to come on at 6, and I'm not going off until probably 30 minutes after game because I'm not going to do an hour after doing a complete reaction show. Right. And especially, and don't take this the wrong way. I know by that point I might have like 6 viewers. Right. And when you talk for 4 or 5 hours, I did it at the Haley thing, right? Because I got kicked off of Facebook. I talked for 4.5 hours and the most I ever saw was 4 people. Right. And that, I think it got up to 6, but it was never above 10. And that was really, really hard to do. And even if I go look at that episode now, no one watched it. No, it doesn't have a lot of views. I think it's got less than 20 views total. So, it's difficult. But like I said, I saw Wendy have decent views on it. And, if I promote it right, maybe we will get people catching in and staying there and staying with us. But we'll see what happens, We'll see what happens. Yep, you were there, E. You were helping out. You did a great job that day, man.
I think that's why you didn't have as many views, is that a lot of us were helping.
Well, no, it's my Facebook went down.
That too, but a lot of us were there helping.
Yeah, but I couldn't be on Facebook, so that had a lot to do with it. I may not be on because I work. I watch the game on my phone. Can't do both. I got you, Steve. We got you, bud. In the game, that game? Yeah, game's not normal time, but it's a Monday, vice a Sunday or a Saturday or whatever. I get it, man. Scott White, let me guess. It's always, Scott, I was actually, where have you been, man? Where have you been this whole day? Where were you during the pregame and the intermissions? Because this would have been so much fun. I was on Bennington, bud. But you have to make that save. Now, I'm not on the Husso train, but I am on the Bennington. Bennington had to make that save, and he didn't. I am there. He needed to make that save. The defense was suspect tonight, right? I mean,
so was the offense's defensive,
Yeah.
play.
There was a lot going on there. What do you think about the rivalry comment I made? I didn't see it.
He said that he thinks that the Nashville rivalry is getting bigger than the Blackhawks.
It's going in that direction. I think the fact that now the Nashville is a better team helps it. But the second Chicago's back to playing, playoff style hockey, it'll shift right back. It's not gonna. That one doesn't have a long stay, right? That one doesn't. Please don't go there. He already went there, my friend. He already went there. 2-0 Hawks. Windy. When are you gonna learn, my friend? When are you gonna learn? It's not always the defense, but in the case of 6 goals, it was both. And I agree with that. No one talks about the defense. It affects when Husso is in because he stops it, doesn't make it a conversation piece. And that's actually, I'm going to give you an okay. That's a good point, right? I get that, okay? I get that. Windy the Pooh, I like that. We love you, Windy. But
Colorado's up 4-0.
Oh, no, I know. I didn't even need to look at the score. I knew it was going to happen today, right? And that for all those a-holes out there that told me that points percentage doesn't mean nothing and that I was a complete idiot. Yeah, right. Go look again.
Oh, that Luke Cork post must have made you happy when he said that these should be the lines when everyone's healthy, and he put your Spetsnaz line back.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. He had that as third. I recorded that. Was Rutherford, I think.
Or was it? I can't remember. They sometimes go up at the same exact time.
I think that was Rutherford. That was Rutherford, and he had that as the fourth line, the third line, and he said he said in it that the I don't care which line, what order they're in.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. You look at the 3 lines and, damn, we've got some real good lines.
We sure do.
Can't keep using the same old song and dance. But we did when we did with Allen. That's exactly what we did with Allen. Right? Allen's crap. But we would never blame the defense on Allen. Never blame the defense on Allen. Scott, and I'm right there. It didn't matter if he gave up 1 goal or 4 goals. It was always his fault. Always. always his fault.
Sure was.
But now you want to flip-flop that, where it's all, you want to sit there and say the same thing with Bennington, right? Go back and go, okay, well, defense is never at fault here. Defense is never at fault. Defense is never at fault. And I'm usually on I'm somewhere in the middle there, and I've been harder on Bennington. But
He sure has.
I'm starting to stop some of this. This was a damn good team they faced today, and they both gave up 5+ goals. Both goalies. Campbell is a all-star. Let me resend that. Campbell is an all-star and gave up 5 goalies. 5 goalies. Gave up 5 goals.
I mean, if you're giving up 5 goalies, I think both sides could have used an extra one.
Let's again go back to the statement. It's about the W out of your mouth. A good point. Fine. Goaltenders get the wins and the losses. I get it. Right? 11-8-3 versus 12-3. Okay, now that's our backups to our to Bennington. Right? And I think Bennington's the 11-8-3. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, and that's a hard thing to argue. You play who gets the club. I agree. I agree, Scott. I absolutely agree. Bennington is frustrating. He makes saves he has no business making, and can steal a game, but then allow a goal in a high schooler would not have let in. Yeah, Sam, that's
all you got to do though is listen to Grant Fiore. He's told you that it doesn't really matter how many goals you let in as long as your team gets that one more. And some nights you've got it, and some nights you don't.
Oh, yeah. And that's exactly what he said on my show, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I watched your show. Thank you.
That was a good interview, wasn't it?
It was. I really enjoyed that.
How nervous I was?
Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to talk at all if I was there, right? I would have been like, oh my God, you're Grant Fiore.
Because Grant Fiore sucked. Dude.
Grant Fiore was phenomenal.
He's in the Hall of Fame. He won 4 Stanley Cup rings. Right? It was a different way of playing, Scott. It was a different way of playing, and the guy, it was a different game. It was trust me, it was a different game. Right? And that's dead on. Mm-hmm. That's dead on. Right? And that's what, and even, I'll tell you what, if you watch the game today on the Valley, that's exactly what Darren Pang said. The score doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. You got to make, with the 5-5, you got to make the saves. Mm-hmm. He said that. Okay. I mean, I'm 50 something, right? 50 plus. Call it that. 53, I think. And the brain fog is bad today. But yeah, so I've been watching hockey too, my friend. I've been watching hockey too, and you cannot compare. I'll tell you what. Maybe you'll go against me. Put Martin Brodeur in that 80s era. Not the 90s era, the 80s era. Not the 90s, 2000 that he played. I guarantee you he's got a 1.5 goals against average higher GAA. And not as many wins. Right? It wasn't about goaltending. When Gretzky came along, it stopped being about goaltending. Right? And you watch the game, and from 80 until about 95, 96, somewhere in there, it stopped being about goaltending. It started being about goals. Right? Look at, Brett Hull. Three seasons, 72, 80, 70, I think he had 72, 86, 74, or vice versa, something like that. Mm-hmm. It helped it. It helped it. It brought in an era of defense. It really made defense something important. It took away the offensive era. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's, They didn't play. So again, yeah, you're making my point there, Scott. Without and I don't want to get mean on Scott. I don't, because I like the guy, right? I like him. And I don't want him to think that every time he comes on the show, I'm just banging on him. I'm not, and it's still it's hard. But Brodeur had to be sharp, and that's a good point. Would score 100 plus. He wouldn't score 100 goals. He'd have 100 points, but he wouldn't have score 100 goals. Right, but I think during that era he'd be in the Gretzky or the Hull range. He'd be in that 80 range for a couple of years. I think he would. I could see that. To be honest with you, Lambert says I've been watching the Blues since 2007. I was 13 and now 27. Okay, Fury was amazing. I agree with that. He made those stops you weren't supposed to make, and again, he doesn't get hurt. We have a cup.
Yeah.
I believe we have a cup.
Though I do think that John Casey played very, very well in his backup, but just that playoff run.
Yeah, it ended up coming down to
double overtime. Steve Yzerman,
and he
Game
just
7.
He was not. You watch. He's standing up when that goal goes in. He didn't see that shot. He wasn't in the play. He didn't see the turnover. He wasn't in the play, and because he wasn't in the play, that's why Yzerman fires that shot. That's exactly why. Well, guys, we're right at that 50 minute mark, so we're gonna call it. Great show today, man. Thanks for coming along, Scott White. I want you to understand. I absolutely love you, dude. We want you on all the time. Please don't take what we're saying as us attacking you or anything like that. We're debating. Debate is great. You can debate without being mean or being upset. In fact, that's what you have to do. You have to be able to present your point and present our point. That's what debate is, and that's what you're doing. You're presenting your point. I'm presenting my point. Right?
Have a lot of fun when you come on, Scott.
Yeah. The only difference with your point is, you're typing it where I get to talk, and that's actually an unfair advantage to me. And
the fact that there's two of us and there's one of you.
Yeah, but it's the other. He's typing his, and I'm voicing it, so it puts more credence to what I say than what he types. So that's why I want to make sure he's cool. And if he ever feels comfortable, come on the show. Absolutely, man. And you know
fun.
what? I want to see. I'll tell you what. Play Husso against Nashville. Let's see what happens. Right?
No, that's how you destroy your relationship with your starting goaltender. You have to start Bennington.
And you're absolutely right.
You want to kill Bennington's confidence and not get a playoff run? You start Husso then.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Okay, everybody, this is Guy, the Why Blues fan. Tries this Upside Jones saying aloha, mahalo, and I'll see you Monday night.
He'll see you Monday night.
6 o'clock on the BlueNote Fan Report Reaction Day. That's going to be fun. I don't think I'm going to do a show tomorrow. I think I'm going to take a break and try and rest this crap off I have and go from there. And I want to try and get some more articles out. I need to write more, even though you guys aren't reading them. I need to write them. Well,
I enjoy reading them.
I know you do, but you've seen my views recently. There's a lot of people out there that are not reading. So we'll go from that. So let's have good fun. Let's do good. We love you guys.
You're going to the hockey game, Brad?
Hey, Brad, if you're going to the game, have fun, man. Enjoy it. Right? We appreciate you. I appreciate you. Aloha, mahalo, and we'll see you soon.